Mississippi has one of the highest rates of car crashes of any state in the country, and the causes can be anything from excessive speed to distracted driving. But whether it is a fender bender or multi-car pileup, you can expect plenty of legal headaches and sometimes literal headaches and other injuries. So medical expenses can easily exceed $20,000. So what do you need to do about your legal options after a wreck? So personal injury attorney Rocky Wilkins from Morgan & Morgan is here to help us all. So Rocky, we know the odds are someone's going to be in a wreck at least at some point in their lifetime.
It's sad, but the other part is, you know, almost a third, 28, 29, 30% of the drivers in Mississippi don't have insurance, even though it's the law. And so you got a good chance of, if you're in a wreck, being involved with someone that doesn't have the proper insurance. And so if you don't have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, you're going to be out of luck and you're not going to be able to recover, because most people aren't Bill Gates and have billions of dollars in cash laying around in the bank. And so you could go get a judgment against them in court, but it wouldn't be worth the paper it's written on.
So I know when a lot of people get to an accident, you know, they're panicking or wondering what to do. Do you have any steps for them to do to make sure the legal process is taken care of?
Absolutely. First thing, make sure you're safe and make sure that everybody there is safe. Call the police. Make sure that everybody's out of the way and talk to the police. I encourage people to tell the police the truth. Some of these insurance companies give you a card that says don't talk or admit fault on the scene. I don't agree with that. I think you should tell them the truth at the scene. And then once you do that, once everybody's safe and you've notified the authorities, then you can use your cell phone for a good purpose, not for distracted driving, but to gather information, gather facts, take a picture of your car, the damage, their damage, the scene. These are things that will be very important later. The most important thing, though, make sure you get the name, number, and contact information of any witnesses, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a case days, weeks, months later, and they said there was an eyewitness who said they ran the other side around the red light. I'm like, what's their name? They go, didn't get it. And we can't find them, and it could be the difference in winning and losing your case.
So you definitely need to pay attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, and then look, I'm not faulting the clients. There's a lot going on. You're just trying to make sure you're okay, your kids are okay, but at the same time, if you don't do it, the insurance company's going to do it. Well,
we definitely don't want to do that. So should anybody make a statement or anything like that?
Well, I think you need to tell the police what happened, but after that, I don't think you should make a statement to the insurance company until you've talked to your lawyer, because the other side's not going to let me talk to their person. Not in 20, 25 years have I ever been allowed a chance to talk to their client. So you can imagine they're not doing that statement to help your case. They're doing it to gather facts and help their side. The only exception to that would be if it's a UM case and it's your insurance company, because I think you do have a duty to cooperate with your insurance company. But even then, I can still help you, I can prepare you for it and make sure you know what kind of questions they're going to ask you.
So when, after an accident, do we need to talk to an attorney?
Well, it doesn't cost anything, so I do it as soon as possible. Even if you don't end up hiring that attorney or any attorney at all, at least you kind of know what to expect, what your rights are, and the timetable. That's probably the biggest misconception that people get probably from some lawyer advertising, is that they think they're going to have a wreck and they're going to have a check next week. That's not how it works. It can be a little slower, especially if they're catastrophic or serious injuries. So I try to set my expectations on the front end.
Well, I know a lot of people have questions regarding this topic, and we do have an email from Damon. We want to go ahead and see if you can answer this.
Okay.
It says, my son was in a fender bender with another student at his school. It was not much damage at all, a scratch on the bumper or something. So I'd like to just pay the other kid's parents a couple $100 and be done with it instead of getting my insurance company involved. Is this a good idea or not?
I do not advise this. I know it happens. I'm not going to say it's never happened, and you may think, hey, this is the much easier way to do it, but here's what could happen. Let's say $500 is exchanged just for the property damage, just kind of off the books, and then a week or two after that, the kid gets a numb leg or his neck starts to hurt, kind of a latent injury that didn't show up at first. Both sides are going to have different ideas of what was done and what was agreed to. The side that paid the money is going to think, that was it. I paid and we're released, and the side that's not hurt is going to say, we didn't know about it. And then I think the law is going to look at, well, what did the writing say? And if there's not a writing, then I think you may be out of luck, and there's probably no deal. And so then you are going to get your insurance companies involved, and it's going to be a bad situation.
All right, we are running out of time, but I want to make sure we get to our phone call. We have someone with a question.
I have a question in reference to, if you've been in a car wreck and you didn't go get treatment or see a doctor afterwards because you actually caught the flu and was sick, and it took about a week or two to go to the doctor, will you still have a case to fight if against the at-fault insurance?
Go to the doctor today, because whatever amount of time you delay from the injury to the first treatment is going to be too long. I've seen 6 hours, 6 days, 6 months, whatever it is. The insurance company is going to say, well, if you were hurt, you'd have gone to the doctor. Why'd you wait so long? So go today and at least get checked out. Is what I tell them.
Well, remind everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you can call me at Morgan & Morgan, 601-503-1654 is my direct line, and my email is rocky@forthepeople.com.
All right. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Being in a car wreck can turn